Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Tristan, and today in this video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over how you guys can cop the Nike Dunk High Varsity Purple women's sneaker, because yes, this one is dropping in women's sizing only, but it is still very hyped and people are going to want to get this released. So I'm really going to be going over and discussing how you guys can get it, the best ways we know right now, and really all the places that we know of right now that are kind of dropping or raffling off this shoe. So I hope you guys will enjoy. If you want more content like this, feel free to go ahead and subscribe below and also drop a like. I'd appreciate it. Let's try to like 200 likes on this video again, and hopefully the video lighting and all that's good. You know, I got it set up a little different. We're trying, you know, different video angles as usual. Yeah, you know, we're really gonna get into it. So if you are already tuned in on the Discord down below in the description, then you're missing out. And drop a comment on what you think of these shoes. If you like them, you hate them, you know, I'd love to know. So drop a comment and join that Discord in the description. My Discord, it's free. Whatever you want to do, but let's go. All right, so as you guys can see, I'm here with the screen recording, my classic saying that I usually go with. It should just be a joke at this point. I should probably, I don't know, I'll put that on a t-shirt. Not really, but if you guys just want to go check out my Instagram right here, again, you guys can just go give me a follow if you already tuned in here. I don't know why I keep mispronouncing my words, but if you already tuned in here, yeah, go ahead and check this out. But aside from that, let's get into this release and everything right here. So on the US page right now, there isn't anything for this. There isn't anything about this shoe dropping in the US yet, but the predicted date and all the dates that we know about it is December 3rd. December 3rd is the date for the shoe. So in Europe, actually, you can go check it out. Like in the EU, they have this actually up and it's ready to drop right back there. They have all the details for it. So I just kind of found how to get on like the page here. You know, I just typed in this link and I kind of checked it out. And overall, with like the icy bottom and like seeing that it's like kind of like a purple, like a purplish, I really mess with that. And overall, I think the shoe is super dope. So I'm actually a big fan of it, and I think it's going to do pretty well. Now, with the dropping in women's sizing only, it means that it will only drop up to size 12W, which again is a size 10.5 in men's. I always kind of mention that, but yeah, again, just kind of giving it a quick look. Really well done. Kind of again typical Dunk High, pretty much like, you know, something like the Michigans, but you know, in the purple colorway. It's not really like the Michigans because, you know, it's got like, I guess, some other details, like, you know, the bottoms of the shoe are actually icy instead of it, you know, like something like plain and normal. But yeah, these are going to retail at $120, or here's what it would retail over in Europe, you know, because I guess since I'm on this page right now there to check it out, but it should appear over here in the US soon. I would expect them to drop it here, but if not, there's plenty of raffles you can enter in, but I'm pretty sure it's going to appear in the US any day now because they just put up the J Balvins today. Pretty sure they'll put it up once they drop these tomorrow, so the metallic gold ones. But aside from all that and the, you know, sizing and all those details, is kind of getting to resell and everything right now about this beautiful pair of Dunk Highs dropping soon. Another pair of Dunks, again, Nike pushing the Dunks very heavy. So my kind of opinion, seeing this in StockX right now, there isn't many sales for it, but I kind of see that right now. I think in most sizes, I think it's around like, and this is not reasonable, you know, like 300, 400, kind of that's what it's going for right now. But once it drops and everything, like if it drops, you know, in Europe first and then ends up dropping in the US like a week or two later, that could be something that happens. It's fairly typical, but I think they probably will drop it on the same day. I'm expecting it to appear any day now on the sneakers page. It's just, again, plain right now. But back to resale, I think these personally, once they drop everywhere and once they've raffled off everywhere, I think these will probably go for around like 230 to 260. That's my personal bet on them. Again, with them dropping in women's sizing only, I think it will push up resale a little bit more, so it could be even more than 260. I'm thinking like 230, 260 is kind of the safe range to go with on these ones. And I think they are a good hold also with the purple colorway. You know, I think they're actually fairly good looking, and a lot of people actually really like these ones, so this is definitely one that I'm looking out for. And just to kind of show more details on it, again, dropping everywhere again, as it says on sneakers, so it's going to be coming soon. That's what it says here, at least when I checked out sneaker news. But just kind of back to the resale, it's definitely a profitable shoe, and I think if you held this one, I think you'd probably want to hold it for 8 months or longer, because again, I think people would desire it kind of more in the summertime. Just, you know, Dunks and stuff like that, they're not really in for winter, maybe, in my opinion, if you would say that. I mean, again, everybody, all the archive pages, you know, and everything are posting them, but I think there's definitely you know, it's more hype in the summer, so I think these will probably do much better than. But if they resell really good off the bat, then just make your profit right off the bat. There's no complaints with that. Yeah, these right here, a pretty good Dunk High. I'm a fan of them for sure. At least, you know, this part definitely made me a fan of them. The fact that they just kind of got like that icy bottoms on them, I really mess with that. But aside from that, let's kind of get into how you guys will be able to cop this sneaker release right here off sneakers, because you know your boys be talking about the details, and I'm kind of going to abbreviate it for you all so you can kind of know. So if you don't already have that, the kind of guide, again, I'm going to be making a video very shortly on how to cop off sneakers and all that, but really how you guys can cop off sneakers using multiple accounts and the methods that I use. So the first thing you really want to do, and I got a note right here for it, so if you don't really like know it too much, or like, you know, you need some help with it, you can just screenshot this, because this is really like the guide I got for sneakers and all that. So there you go, it's like kind of the right sizing. But what you have to do really first, and this is an optional step right here, the altering the name for each account and all that, but the first step that you really have to do is when you're making each sneakers account, you have to have a different email and a different phone number for each one, and then you could alter the name for each account. Now you could just put the same name for every account, like you could just use your name for every account. Like that step, to me, to my knowledge, it's optional. It really doesn't matter too much. I mean, I just use my family members' names on different accounts, and I actually have really good success just running on 2 accounts with Proxies, and we'll get into using those in a second because you'll need those for multiple accounts, really with like 3+. But yeah, again, the altering the name step is optional, but you need a different email and phone number already to make a different sneakers account. So if you're just making, you know, and again, you just run one in each device, you could make an account on your computer, make an account on your phone. If you're just making a bunch of accounts on different phones, then you're already set for the phone number stuff, but don't need to go too deep on that. And again, with getting Proxies, one place that I recommend getting Proxies, I use these guys, shout out Secret Sauce, and their Proxies here, Sauce Proxies, and this is no lie right here, their ISP and Resi Proxies, the ones I actually bought some of these, they've been doing really good recently. Like I've had a ton of success on sneakers. I got the Peace -1 Air Force Ones, Unions. I mean, I've gotten so many things just using their Proxies. But what they are, because you know, you don't need Proxies if you're just running on one account, and this method again really wouldn't apply for just one account. But if you're using like 2 or more accounts, really, that's at least what I'd recommend, or 2 or more accounts that just like aren't phones. Like if you're using 2 accounts and one's on a computer and one's on a phone, then I definitely recommend purchasing some Proxies. But if you're using like 3 or more accounts, you 100% need Proxies, because what they do is they basically protect your IP from being tracked by sneakers. So that's what you definitely need, because again, I said it like right here again, you don't want to get your account banned if sneakers is actually detecting a bunch of like devices, like multiple accounts at the same address going for the same drop. Like if they see a bunch of those like same phones like going for the same drop at the same time, they'll be sus about it and they could ban some accounts, and you'll never hit on those accounts again. And it's not going to like tell you explicitly that you got banned. It would just like, you'll never hit again. So you just want to be really careful with that. So you definitely, I recommend getting Proxies if you're using multiple accounts, because you don't want to get caught up and get your IP tracked, because you get tracked, then it's not good, and then yeah, you won't be able to hit using multiple accounts, which will suck because it reduces your chances if you can't use this method. But again, running on one device isn't the end of the world. Like, you know, I know a lot of people that have great success off that. You know, that's just like the OG. You know, it's the way, like, you know, it's how it really is supposed to go. But aside from that, another thing that you guys will have to do is, because you can't use the same payment method for every account, but a debit card only works on one account. So if you have a debit card, you can only use it on one account. Like, so, you know, one debit card per account. And if you have a credit card, then you can use your credit card on up to 3 accounts. And I really explain this like every time, but yeah, so if your family members got different cards and everything, you're straight. But some places you can use cards online. Again, Revolut, this place is really good for the EU. So if you're over in the EU, Europe area, then you guys can go and use Revolut. These guys allow you to make virtual credit cards online. And these guys right here, privacy.com, they're for the US, and they basically allow you to do the exact same thing. They're just best for the US, since Revolut has some trouble over in the US with their virtual credit cards working on sneakers. But privacy.com is fine and has good success. But if you also just don't have those, then you can make 2 ways. You can actually make 2 debit cards online. Venmo and Cash App, they both have their own debit cards that you can make and use online. So if you just want to go use those, and those are 2 other payment methods, and these are just, again, payment methods I'm discussing. If you're kind of on your own, you don't got help, and you can use these methods, and you know, you can make your own cards online. So those are 2 more methods right there, 2 cards you can make with Venmo and Cash App. Fourth and final step, one of the most important, if not the most important one, is altering your address, because you can't get multiple pairs of the same shoe shipped to the same address. So if you do end up hitting on multiple accounts, like you end up hitting for 3 pairs or something, because you run on like 10 or 15 devices, let's say, or something crazy, or you've got multiple accounts set up on your computer with Proxies, which people do that with like authentic accounts and stuff. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much, but what you got to do to alter your address correctly, and I kind of got a setup here. So let's say you got 3 accounts. So for account 1, 2, and 3, what you would do is you would just type in your address normally for every account, and then at the end of the first account, you would just type room 1, and then at the end of the second account, you would just type room 2, and then at the end of the third account after your address, you would just type room 3, and you just add this part kind of descending from 1, 2, 3, which with like each account 1, 2, 3, as you kind of see there, and you just add the room part at the end, so you can just have multiple pairs get shipped to the same address, and it just makes sure that your address doesn't look like the same place, because if you have a bunch of pairs again going to the same place, then it won't work out and you won't get any pairs. You'll get canceled orders. So very important thing right there, and that's how you guys can actually cop off sneakers right there. Hopefully I broke it down quick enough for you guys right there. And I also want to discuss this, aside from copping off sneakers and all that, if you want to actually check out some guys that can really cop some stuff for you, these guys will be at the top of the description. But secret sauce, shout out to my boys here. But what they can do is these guys can cop drops for you and releases for you. They're really good with like copping Supreme drops and things like that, and also they can actually help you cop certain sneaker releases too. So they are a $60 monthly fee, but it's 100% worth it, because they actually run slots for free in their Discord for members. And like, again, I've like used these slots before, and they're 100% safe. And what you do basically is, like, once you get into the Discord, and how you would get into the Discord again is you would just send these guys a message on Twitter and be like, yo, Tristan sent me. And yeah, that's really all you guys have to do there. But again, what these slots do, and kind of just explaining it if you haven't heard me explain this before, is like, once you get into the Discord, if you want to like get a certain drop or something, or you're interested in getting like a certain sneaker release, you'd hit them up maybe a few days before. They are running slots for it. Like how you would know if they're running slots for it is you would just message them and be like, yo, are you guys running slots for, and then you'd say the sneaker release, and then if they say yeah, then what they would do is just drop a form maybe like a day or two before that release, and then you would fill out that form with like your payment and shipping info. And again, I've done this, it's 100% safe. They caught me the asterisk and multiple things. They don't like take any extra charges or nothing. It's safe and legit, so I can promise you these guys are good. So again, shout out Secret Sauce, and these guys be helping people cop so much. You see this success here, and yeah, you know, there's just multiple things, you know, the fire reds right there, like there's just many things that people are copping. So yeah, shout out them. I wish it would load so you guys could see, but they've helped me actually up my resale game a lot. Even the investments right there you see, you know, they've helped me get. So shout out Secret Sauce right there. And aside from them, they'll be at the top of the description there. Just message them on Twitter telling them I sent you to get in. That's if you're interested. They're exclusive. They don't let everybody in, but that's how you guys can if you're interested. But aside from that, some places where this shoe actually is raffling off, because I know you guys, again, once this one appears on Sneakers US, hopefully people are still going to be looking for raffles for it though. So I went on Raffles sneakers, and there is a lot of Europe raffles, so I'll kind of go over those ones. So I'll leave this link down below if you're interested and you live in the EU over in Europe and you want some raffles, because I'm just kind of about to go over the US raffles, because that's, you know, where I live, so I'm about to just kind of go over those ones. But if you're in Europe, I will link this blog page down below so you can go check out and enter in a bunch of those European exclusive raffles that, you know, you could win pairs from. This shoe right here. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll leave this link down below for this page. But aside from that, End Clothing is running a worldwide raffle. So basically, you know, it's $145, and with shipping, like after US and fees and like all that, I think it'd be like $170. So it still would be worth it to cop. You still would make like 50, like 60 bucks profit, maybe even more. But this one is just kind of like a more expensive raffle. So I'll probably will end up just entering in this one, even though it is a little bit tax. It's still, again, it's still worth it because it's still some profit on it. And yeah, you know, just that's kind of what I recommend there. So I'm going to enter in the End Clothing one. That's just kind of like an international one going on for this one. And also Good Hood. These guys are running an international raffle for the Dunk High SP right here, and for a bunch of other ones. I'm eventually going to make a video discussing how to get these. I might do that, but Good Hood right now is running a worldwide raffle for the Dunk High SP Varsity Purple one. So if you want to go enter in that, then you can do that there. And Sneakers and Stuff is also doing one. I know Sneakers and Stuff is very hard to hit on usually, but they are doing one right now for this one also. You have like pretty much like 3 hours left, so hopefully I'm making this video quick enough, and hopefully I'll get it out quick enough. But yeah, Sneakers and Stuff is already very hard to hit on, but on the other ones you have plenty of time, so don't really worry about Sneakers and Stuff too much, because these ones are, you know, kind of have a better chance than this app right here. Finally, the last place I want to go over, Extra Butter. You have 3 days to enter in this one right here. So again, all these places will be on Raffle Sneakers right here. You know, that's pretty much where I checked out the raffles for these. I was really trying to do a lot of research on where these are dropping on foot sites and stuff, but I couldn't find really anything on it. It might just be a Sneakers and Raffles exclusive. So yeah, this one may be dropping in Europe first and then in the US, but personally, I think this one's super dope. So yeah, I'm going to end the screen recording right here, and that's really all I got to say about the Varsity Purple Dunk High. It's good, but it's dropping in women's housing only, so if you got big feet, I'm sorry, but let's roll it outro. Anyway, so if you guys want more content like this, feel free to go ahead and subscribe below, and also drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it. Let's try and hit like 200 likes. Again, that's the typical goal we go for. So if you guys would do that, you know it'd make your boy's day. It would go a long way, and he'd really appreciate that. Because I don't know if I said that at the start of the video. I'm pretty sure I did, but if you want to go do that, go ahead. And also drop a comment, you know, and everything. Let me know your thoughts on the shoe. If you love it, hate it. I'd love to hear everything that you guys think about the shoe in the comments. You know what your plans are. If you got any info on it, go ahead, drop whatever you want in the comments there. And also go check out both my Instagrams down below. I will leave those in the description. Everything's really in the description there. My Instagram's, Discord. Like, if you aren't tuned in there, you're missing out, as I usually point out. But yeah, you know, that's really everything I gotta say. I've pointed out everything I need to point out. Be sure to go, check out the boys' secret sauce at the top of the description. If you're interested in getting in, just message them on Twitter saying that I sent you and that you're interested in getting into the group. And that's everything I'm gonna say. So good luck on cooking this release, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.